Recording in progress.
All right.
So Mike, do you have to drop this?
Mine, I don't know.
Yeah, I did. But that's not.
Anyone want a water? Snap, calls dogs.
They used to really make the truck drivers mad.
Yeah.
Did you turn off YouTube?
YouTube is on and we are recording.
I know. Okay.
All right, we're live.
Yes, Your Honor, we are.
Thank you. All right. Workshop this afternoon, Liberty County Commissioners for October 6th, about 3:05 p.m. And here we are at Dayton Community Center with the wonders of information technology. And Ms. Chamberlain and Kyle over here help us together. We have a topic this evening with our County Attorney Matthew Poston. Received a proposal from Frontier Waste Solutions for the creation and operation of a new waste collection site in Precinct 4. So Matthew, you want to give us a little heads up on this?
Sure, I'm probably not the best authority on it, but my understanding is the city of Dayton is in a position where they have to close down the collection site that the county mutually operates with them. And it's somewhat of a deadline. I believe it's the end of this calendar year.
December 31st.
December 31st. So the county's going to be in a position where we very much need to make alternative arrangements and real quick. Frontier has come to us with a proposal. My understanding is, and we're here to listen to what they got.
Okay. All right, Frontier, y'all introduce yourselves. Everybody know in the world who you are.
Okay, well, I'm Daryl Ashley from Dirt Cheap Mulch Company.
Right.
And Bill Killian from Frontier Waste asked me to come in.
Okay.
And
So you own the
as
property.
much as I
where-
can do here today.
So you own the property where the proposed site would be, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And Frontier would be the operator. And they would lease the property from you, correct?
Actually, no, I will be the operator.
You will.
Yes, we'll be the operator and the way I understand it, the county will lease the property from me, from Dirt Cheap Mulch Company.
The county? Did you say, I'm sorry?
I think it's the county. I'm not.
Yeah. So what your proposal
The
is?
proposal is for the county to lease some of our property. We have a site designated here in this PowerPoint presentation. We have a 41 acre facility at the corner of 1960 and County Road 613. And the facility, I'll show you all fast forward here. Okay. So Bill made up this PowerPoint and I think he did a nice job on it. You want me to read through it or would you like to just?
Yeah, go ahead. We got time.
Okay, so in early 2021, it was expressed to Frontier Waste that Dayton wished to close its County Road 489 site due to several issues. Most notably expressed was safety concerns regarding the bridge access to 489 and the general unsightliness of the soon to open Grand Parkway. So Frontier was contacted because the current transfer permit they hold on their 5 acre facility on 1916 Precinct 4. And anyways, I guess the issue went stagnant and now the current city manager was hired and we're moving forward with the proposal here.
So let me ask you, where's the city of Dayton today? If we're going to be doing this jointly, or is this going to be just a county operation only? County only. County only. Yes.
So city's getting out of the business.
Okay.
City's already worked out their plan on what they're gonna do.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Questions that the old.
No, we're good. We can keep moving. You're good. I just need that answer. I didn't know.
Yes, sir. So there was a problem with the bridge, the safety, the large trucks crossing that little bridge. The cost, the current rate structure were lower than the actual cost on several items. And then the financial waste collection in the market ranges from $19 to $37 per month. Now, all Dayton Liberty residents can receive bulky collections in their current contracts. And
So that means that if a person lives in Liberty or Dayton inside the city, and they have a bulky item, they can't go in the standard bins, then they would under what y'all are proposing, allow them to come drop off at the transfer station. Is that
So
right?
we do bulk in Liberty and Dayton
Yeah.
on Wednesdays. So
Okay,
they can
I
actually set their bulk. Yeah, we pick it up in the truck. Yes,
It's in the city or yes.
the can, this is what we offer for the counties.
okay. So, I guess, you know, having the Grand Parkway, the aesthetics of having this dump site, traveling on the Grand Parkway, if you look over, there's a trash dump. It's maybe not the greatest thing as you enter into the city of Dayton, trying to show off your talent. And apparently it was difficult to manage remotely. There were worries about items collected, metal recycling, potential fires, and other safety concerns. So this is our facility, the dirt sheet mulch facility. It is a quarter of a mile from Frontier Waste Facility, which makes it very easy for them to come and collect the boxes. They can quickly come and collect them, which if you see, okay, the corner down here on 613, the corner down here at the southwest corner is where I propose to put the site. And it's
Got
easy access.
613 to the west, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sorry?
County Road 613 to the west.
Yes, sir. That's County Road 613. Yeah.
That'll be right down by the railroad tracks.
Yeah. So, so Frontier site, their transfer station, I guess is what they're referring to, would not be ready. While at the same time, they're cheap. We have developed a drop site for brush and wood items. And I'll add to that, we can manage more than brush and wood items. We can manage the trash site. Says there's a cost saving. The city of Dayton saves on manpower because it goes away. We will handle it. Liberty County saves on hauling charges as a compactor is employed. It says instead of open tops, but there will be open tops. There has to be open tops, but the compactor will be primarily used. And the compaction ratio.
1 to 3. We do 4-3-1. We do 4 hauls out of that site a week. Probably go to 2 hauls, which obviously would save the county some money on that.
Yeah. So the infrastructure is in place. It's a secure location. Low check-in area man. We will have an employee. We will have oversight, and we will have as secure as location as it can be. It will have to be fenced in. There are some items that will need done to make it work. It's an easy access for the Precinct 4 residents. Close to the 99. That's probably a typo there, 1.6 miles. It's actually a little closer to 3 miles from the Grand Parkway, but it's very close. It's pretty way for cheap home side. Any questions? This is a rate structure that for dumping. This is more realistic rate structure of what it costs to dump. It's cheaper than going to if you want to drive over to Wilson Road and go to Waste Management, you're going to be paying a lot more money to go dump. So here's the rate structure you see. There's one benefit, especially that if people are bringing brush to your current dump site, we're going to charge our regular price, $6 a cubic yard, and we'll divert that brush. It will no longer be going into the waste stream. It will be going. We'll divert it out, and it'll get processed and recycled. on our facility.
Good.
So, you know, that's what we already did. So we'll handle the trash. As the trash comes in, anything that can go in the compactor, that's gonna go in the compactor. Any large bulky items that have to go in open top dumpsters will go into open top dumpsters. Tires will be separated. They'll go into an open top dumpster.
So this won't be a landfill at all, this will just be a roll off.
Just a collection site with a roll off.
And do you have to have PCQ permits with there?
We have a TCEQ solid waste permit. I don't know if it covers this.
Probably check on the chemicals. You never know what you're gonna get.
Right.
Yeah.
And we will be posting that whatever currently don't accept, we're going to be adequately opposing anyone bringing anything that's not supposed to already be dumped into the dumpsters.
I don't see anybody bringing a 55-gallon drum of Propanex out there, but again, you never know. Yeah.
They already try.
Yeah.
They already try to dump things at our brush site. So we're constantly having to watch.
Yeah.
They'll try to hide things and dump them, and we have to stop them. And we'll send them away.
Okay.
If we have to.
Car batteries, things like that, are you recycling there or?
What do you guys do with that?
We don't accept them. We won't accept them.
Okay.
I'm not sure what your current site regulations. I would think that we would be adhering pretty closely to whatever your current site regulations are.
Mhm.
And then we'll have to look into whatever TCEQ permit you had to have. I don't know if being a government entity that you have, if you have, you know, if you're able to, there's waivers for that or something. If you're leasing the property from me,
Don't think so, but I might be wrong. I'll check in on that. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah, if there's exceptions.
Yeah, if there's exceptions or waivers or like you said, yeah.
Yeah, you know, if the county's leasing it, and the county will, if we do this, the county will be leasing it from Dirt Cheap Mulch. And I'll technically, I own the property. And I'll allow Dirt Cheap to sublet it.
County will be leasing property and owning the property, correct?
Sir?
The county will be leasing the property and owning the property, correct?
Yes, only the property. Correct. We'll have it mapped out, and we'll have a contract that's specific to what you're leasing. It's gonna be about an acre. I'll make sure that it's big enough and safe enough for vehicles to come in and turn around, go inside, to be able to move around. I mean, we deal with big trucks all the time, so we're used to turning radiuses, making things safe, moving in and out. It will have a ramp. That's part of what we had proposed originally, is it will build a ramp. It'll be similar to your, similar but nicer, I mean, newer. So, if y'all have ever been to our facility, we have, big concrete blocks that we got from the concrete company here on 146. We'll line those on both sides, put rebar reinforcement across, and then we'll have it paved across the top long enough to accommodate however many boxes you guys decide to sit next to it, where people can safely whatever needs to go into open tops to hurt themselves.
Mhm.
And then have the compactor off to one side to where they can go straight to the compactor, put things on the compactor.
I see up there your semi truck tires. Cost on semi truck tires. We're still kind of a farming in area. Would tractor tires fall in under the price of semi truck tires?
I think the last time we spoke, you'd asked that, and I believe Bill answered that as yes.
It will.
Yes, sir. I remember that coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any more questions about the prices of anything that you see? Is that how that would work? Guys have any questions? Dropped out?
Glad to see you recycling the brush and other wood. It's a good idea.
We'll divert as much as possible from the waste stream. I mean, I know that, it's windy out here on these plains, so we are going to require a fence around it, and, we'd like to have the fence to have the graphics, it's the mesh material.
Yeah.
So you can't really see in there. And then we can collaborate together as to whatever graphics are put on it to where it's being promoted by the county and whoever else, whatever entities. So it looks good, it looks presentable. It says, hey, the county cares about you, here's your dump site,
Dump here.
And right,
Okay.
we have papers blowing around and stuff. I don't want it all over my property or my neighbors. We're gonna have to keep that clean. I'm gonna have an investment in at least one employee. We don't know how well this is gonna work out as far as at the business model. So.
Okay.
That's the reason that we're asking for you guys to basically facilitate building it. To the most part, we're going to clear the trees. We're going to do a lot of prep work, but it's going to require quite a bit of materials, crushed concrete, some culverts being put in, things like that. I have a list. So here's the infrastructure rent component. We'll be asking for a monthly rent of $6,750 for the site. We will have a mobile office building there on site. We probably in the beginning will run the operation through the dirt cheap office there that you see. But once we get a good grip on how it's working and how it functions, we'll run it all from the office that's on site. You see some expenses there. Some of these expenses were printed a few months back, and Martin Marietta and Vulcan and every other aggregate contractor that you guys probably buy from too have sent us 3 letters in this time period of price increases. So there may be a little bit of change in the price of what some aggregates cost. And I don't know if you guys have stockpiles of things that you can contribute to it to lower the price. Because we're not trying to make money on this building this thing. If anything you can contribute to help build it is great with me. just need it to be done right.
So this cost we're seeing here will reflect back to the county. I know the rental with it, everything else will reflect back.
The startup, it's gonna be a one-time startup cost of getting this facility going. And I can't afford to do it I mean, it's an unproven business model for me. So for me to invest a lot of money, I already have a lot of money invested in this real estate in the first place. So that's the reason I'm asking for the help to build it. Or, especially to provide equipment and stuff, materials. I have got a quote from a fence company, their local fence company, Greek. I'll get more quotes up because I felt like it was kind of expensive, but maybe they are less expensive. Then there's one more thing, the asphalt. From 1960 to the railroad tracks. It's a necessity to do this project. My neighbors, who I'm trying to be friends with, and I don't want to all-out war with them. They've already expressed to me, because I went and told them what we're looking at doing, and they said, we won't fight you if you get the road asphalted, because we don't want the silica dust all over our cars. They're already dealing with that. And so that's the one caveat. I had talked to Triple B Construction, and they gave me quotes of their loose quotes, and this was months ago, but it could be anywhere from $70,000 to $90,000 to asphalt that section. of canal.
And what did they give you?
I think it's 1,700 foot.
Did, they give you any specs on what, how thick the asphalt compacted?
2 to 3 inches, 2 inches or 3 inches, 2 different quotes. And they didn't actually quote it. They gave me a subcontractor because they don't actually do asphalt. They sub, but I'm friends with them and I know they'd give me the best. I was just curious because I don't know what you guys normally, I know you have your own people or you do it yourself, maybe the county, you do it yourself.
Some of them do, some of them, we don't have the machinery to get that.
Yeah, you gotta have it.
Yeah, they contracted out.
I would need to be 3 inches going, the big truck going in there.
Yeah, the thicker probably better, yeah. Kind of a, you know, it's a new facility, it's a new thing. I would hope that it's somewhere in the budget. Maybe it was already in the pre-planned budget in the future, I don't know. It'd be nice. That is, oops, sorry, I took that wrong.
It's okay.
Did you see the thank you part?
You're looking around $250,000 investment on behalf of the county. And that includes the 1 year's rent or 1 year's lease.
I have to.
Yeah.
But I think you already have.
Yeah, yeah. It's about 190,000 with everything, all the incidents in there except for the road improvement. And that's gonna be up to Leon and his guys, how he wants to do it. I mean, if he wants to let y'all do it, whatever he wants to do. But the rest of it, you know, is about 190,000 improvements, which includes a year's lease. Okay. Well,
I can tell you this, brother, as far as asphalt is concerned, we're in no position to be able to do that. Financially, employee wise and machinery wise. What I can tell you is that we can go in and build a damn good road. Really good base. And then go back and chip seal the road. Chip seal is almost as good as asphalt, you know, not as good, but it's almost good. But as far as asphalt, we're not gonna be able to do that financially or any other way. You know, you say that's about 1,300 foot.
I'll tell you real quick. That's exactly what it is.
The portion of that road, 1,000 foot of that road belongs to the city.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. If my memory serves me, I think so.
I don't know where the city cutoff is. It may, 13 may not be in the city. I'm not sure.
But at this point, I can tell you, the police won't have the ability to be able to do that.
You won't be able to, pay a contractor to do it?
No,
But the road you're talking about putting in was still
what we'll have. to
not
do-
dust yet, right?
What we'll have to do is sit down with, our auditor and county judge. Make a determination if there's, that type of funding somewhere we can, maybe draw.
1,600 linear.
1,600 foot.
1,600 linear foot.
About a quarter mile, right?
How wide?
22, 20.
could be 22.
What do you think, Greg?
Looks,
22, 23 foot, something like that. He gonna need it for the trucks to turn.
Yeah. 22 is sufficient.
We just have to look on scope, you know, wide.
it looks like it's about 25 foot wide, but I mean, from Google Earth. And,
Yeah.
22 foot road would be plenty sufficient.
but, so what you're saying is chip and seal?
Yes.
So it already has a base, right? It's a gravel road.
What we'll do is go in and reclaim that whole road. Reclaim it. We'll add base to it. We've found that mixing a certain amount of base with a certain amount of base that, will set up real good. I mean, Not seen, but it gets,
It'll knock the dust down,
well, the basement. But
the
once we get it,
ceiling.
once we get the base in and get it to where we want it. Then we come back in and we add the chip seal to it. That will break the dust down. That was pretty well put.
Well, that's the concern.
Yeah.
They're not, I don't think that they're, you know.
The problem is, they're putting an additive on it right now, okay, but there's so much traffic on that road, it wears our additive out and goes away. Yeah, them homeowners over there, they get us too, but we do have an additive that we put down, and then we've encapsulated with what Leon's calling a chip seal, which is it's a form of asphalt. It's just not laid with an asphalt machine.
A chip seal is rock.
Yeah.
It's about,
I've seen it,
sir.
I've seen it done, I've seen it done.
And it does two things, because you're gonna have a lot of trucks on it, okay? And believe me, in this part of the country, especially Precinct 4, with the way the ground is, it moves one end to the other, it cracks, it swells. Asphalt is absolutely great. I wish I had the money to asphalt every road in this damn precinct.
Well, your tax base is coming,
Yeah.
it's coming,
But
it looks like it is.
chip seal, allows us to be able to go in and make decent repairs. You know, repairing asphalt is expensive. And, chip seal allows us to go in at a cheaper cost and make real good, decent repairs.
So I can say one concern I have is with some of those initial startup costs. If we're paying for that, we have to comply with the competitive bidding rules, which will require a little bit of lead time. You know, probably a couple months or so. So, I mean, we would have to move very quickly.
Well, so we just don't have options on our plan.
Yeah.
You know, we have to.
You have to put a bid out for people to
Yeah.
supply material.
We have to.
Yeah, supply material or service or whatever, yeah.
Okay.
We're built for transparency, not speed.
I understand.
One thing, to ask you, sorry, I hope I didn't really. What will the hours of operations be?
That, you know, that is a good question. I would like to try to model it at first, similar to what you're already doing. It's except for Sundays, we're closed on Sundays in all cases. So I don't know exactly what your hours is. Isn't it 3 days a week right now? Someone, is it 3 days a week?
Yes.
What days is it?
That's not quite, that's not sufficient. That's not sufficient.
You think we should hope, maybe we should do it, 5 days a week,
Well,
maybe Tuesday through Saturday?
that may help.
I mean, I agree. You're gonna put investment in it, and it's gonna be a business that we're gonna be running. I want it to make money. So if the people are coming on, you know, if the people are coming on a daily basis, then it needs to be open. If they're hit and miss and they don't come very much, then money price. I mean, I don't know how we'll know until it starts happening.
Correct.
But yeah, I'm prepared for it to be open Tuesday through Saturday. And it'll be from 8 to 5 on the weekdays and from 8 to 3 on Saturday. Gives people enough time to get up and go make their run up to the dump, I think. Does that sound reasonable?
Yes.
Definitely needs to be on Saturday.
Okay. And if it's busy on Saturday and we find out that we're trying to close the gate on people, then we'll readjust. That's how we already operate now, you know.
Well, you don't want to turn on Monday.
No, no, but I mean, if I have to hire an extra employee or two to do this, I mean, I need it to be working. It needs to be working. People need to be coming to it.
Okay, let me ask you this. I know Daryl's got a question. This is another concern of mine. Generally, what we do with the precinct on Monday mornings, the weekends are free. And, we gather up four to six employees, load up on 1-ton truck with our big trailer. And we go out and we pick trash up that people put on the ditches. How will you handle that with the county? If I come to you and say, yeah, I got to try to load of mattresses or whatever, it's trash, household trash, how will you handle that with the county? Will we be charged?
I hadn't really thought about that, so.
You know, while we're on the subject, at times, not only do we have household trash that they pick up, but we'll allow a fine tire to 3, 4 in the ditch. You know. My question to you is, will the county be charged?
What do you do now?
We take it out of the dump.
You just take it to the dump because you already own the dump,
Yeah, well, we don't in the city of Dayton.
but there's no charge
No,
at this point
no,
for stuff that you pick up.
yes.
And then Frontier, gets paid to haul it off. So whatever you're collecting, you're talking a once a week thing? Like a regular schedule?
We know what we need to do. We need to, crew needs to load up, dump the trailer up, cool. We'll take it to a trash can. Because my phone is gonna be ringing.
Oh, then I would think that, if in cooperation with the county, the best thing we would do is say, yes, you just bring it, dump it in the dumpster. And you manage that with, and y'all coordinate with Frontier Waste. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. If you need to go around and clean up tires and stuff out of the ditch and all that, then just take them there and dump it if it's a county truck, yeah. No, I wouldn't see, I don't think it would be right to charge.
It never fails on Monday morning. My
Yeah.
secretary gets a phone call, hey, somebody done dumped the damn, like, little trash out in that ditch. Somebody done dumped them out.
Yeah. That's a little different. That's a citizen outlaw
Yeah.
dump.
Yeah.
And you guys are having to clean it up and I'm having to help pay for that with my taxes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you just bring those as a once a week event. You bring your stuff in and yeah, no, that's the collaboration, cooperation.
Matthew, you hear that?
That was my question.
Matthew, you hear that?
Yes.
So you say that if you take like limbs and tree debris,
Yeah,
like storms and recycle.
yes, sir. We will charge for that now.
Yeah, that, I
If you
think
show
that's
up
a
with
different
that, we're gonna
idea.
charge
Yeah.
for that.
So,
Show up with limbs and branches, we're gonna charge for that. That's our normal
So
business.
if the county brings in branches, you do charge, you will charge for that?
We will charge for that.
How do you-
Anybody whatsoever brings in branches will
That's
charge.
cubic yard.
Because we have to grind that stuff up. It doesn't go, it won't go in the boxes.
Because Leon, you pick up a lot of stuff on these storms, you know, even though they're not.
Like right now, we're going.
oh, you mean non-disaster situations? Yeah.
Yeah. Because of the lack of rain.
Mm-hmm. Blood trees falling over, branches falling.
Block the road or whatever.
Well, it doesn't make sense for it to go in a dumpster and go put in a landfill.
No, when you can ship it, when you can grind it up, ship it, and make money off of it, it doesn't make sense.
But our capacity to, we don't need any more trees. So we have to charge to grind them. And, you know, it's expensive machines, expensive process.
I know we're kind of hitting you with questions off the wall. But looking at the cubic yard cost for, limbs and things, the county be paying that cost, or would they get a reduced cost?
We charge everybody $6 a cubic yard.
Okay.
And we're the cheapest one around. So we try to keep our prices as low as we can operate on. Are you thinking dump truck loads of brush?
Well, no, you're gonna, it's not like it's, every day.
No,
It could be like once every, right now, it could be once once every 2 weeks, you know, we have a tree down.
Once a month or something like that.
Yeah. Got a tree across the road, my boys gotta get out there, and my, well, get it off the boat, everybody can see it. And, we've got enough property in the back. And speaking with my farm marshal, we can do a lot of burning back there. But sometimes we may need to bring something to you, you know.
And maybe I can get a burn permit, we can work something out. Okay? And we may work something out where, yeah. We'll have to talk about that. We have been looking at some, a box, it's called a air curtain burner box.
Yes, sir.
And, it's expensive, but we've been considering getting one. And, because we need to produce, ash. It's a need, it's a soil limit.
Right.
But we have to approach the TCEQ and ask for a whole new, it's a whole new concept. In that we need to burn some of this stuff anyways to make ash to get it, and it adds fertilizer type properties. Ash, you know, you put ash and you're gonna get, you get more nitrogen, you get a lot of components.
Good stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and char ash from a natural green waste. So if we could do that, if we could work something out, that would help. That would change the dynamics of that. Yeah, especially what the county brings. Sure.
So that box it's a closed vessel that burns.
Yeah, it has an air, it has a blower.
It's a blower, okay.
And we use it all throughout the county, that when they do clearing the properties. And they dig their pit, they put, you know, their debris in there and light it up, and the blower actually blows it, burns the copper.
And it incinerates it to just ash.
Just fine, yeah.
Pretty neat, it's pretty neat, pretty weird the way it works.
It works really good for us. That would work really well. It'd be a good collaboration because we take the ash and then we blend it into the garden soil.
Don, I don't know if we can still do it or not. We used to do it back in the day. We go out and we get a marijuana crop. That's what we take and read.
We got class A drivers. Tell me that when I bring it.
Hey, fireman, I won't be there. We all pass.
We have to run. We can use Mr. Lopez's place.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is doable, okay? We can definitely talk about that.
Okay.
Have you met Bill?
No, sir.
I'm Bill Hurdy, I'm the county farm marshal.
Bill, I'll be happy to talk with you after the meeting. Meet you.
I work for those guys though.
I believe I talked to you on the phone.
You probably have.
Yeah, I believe I talked to you on the phone. But yeah, we can do that. That's,
One other question, and forgive me, because I'm full of them, but, now I'm dragging a sack. Under the current dump site. What the city had done and what I had agreed to was that because our employees throughout the city and throughout the county, precinct 4, and even in the rest of the precincts or departments. They don't make a lot of money. They did not make a lot of money. And by statute, we're still an economic depressing county. So what the city and I agreed to was that if you're a county employee, precinct 4, and or a city employee, those employees could go to the dump, show their ID, and they were able to throw the trash away.
how many are there?
So,
How many employees are there?
well, the city is looking at about, thinking about 100. Myself, we're looking at 20. Oh, 2 included, no, 22.
Do you think that how much of an impact do you think they make on the dumping? I mean, very low impact? Okay.
They ain't got enough money, they ain't got enough money to do you.
Okay. I'm a big tipper at restaurants, so, I can also help out people who are hurting, so if that needs to be done, it's fine.
Cool. I don't know if Frontier is, if spoken with the city manager or any city powers about that, in reference to that.
Oh, we have those.
I wanted to bring that up and let y'all know.
Yeah, am I speaking for Frontier?
No.
On this?
No, that's on you.
Okay.
I mean, as long as they show their badges, as long as you know you're just an
They'll have
employee
an
of
official
the county
county
or
badge.
city. But I agree with you, that you're probably not gonna see an impact on it at all.
No,
And so how do you guys handle when people, I want to ask a question or two. When they come to the dump, how do you know that they're from the county?
that is a procedure that the city of Dayton must have. Basically the current dump right now is all, what we do, Precinct 4, we provide the containers. And we pay for the containers. All the rest of that operation is left to the city.
Gotcha. Do you have an answer?
We were just discussing how they did that. I wondered if they did it with the water bill, that'd be the city, if they had city water.
If you have a water well,
But they might not have city water, so the water bill wouldn't work.
do you think that we'll have a lot of people that break the rules on it? I mean, they haven't paid.
Oh, you're gonna have.
Yeah,
that.
you're gonna have it. We pick up all the trash, we pick up off the road, when we go through it to find out who did it, it's usually comes out of Cuthman. And you're close.
Calling out there to city dump, bringing in a trailer load full of shingles to come out of downtown Houston. No, sir, it's a road, That would be something that we need, I'd gladly sit down with you. And we'll sit down with Matthew.
Figure out an easy way to know, so it doesn't turn into.
Cross-reference a driver's license to a county road or something, to verify county.
Yeah, I can't remember who I was talking with about that issue. It was at a different station. I think it was Precinct 2. And we were kind of kicking around, issuing cards. If you have a card or if you have the decal, then you've been verified. You're good.
Maybe they can show me their voter card.
Well, the city of Dayton currently, what they do, they sell a permit. And what the residents do, if they want to be able to jump up, out of the dump, they come in. They show their ID, they show where they're going, that we live within the city. They're able to determine that either on water bills, taxes, whatever. And then they're issued a permit for a certain amount of money, I think it's like $32 a year.
Something like that. It's a year-round pass.
So you have people dumping on the back streets. And you don't know where they're coming from. And then you're having to take the responsibility of cleaning it up. And then you have to take it over to the dump, and then Frontier hauls it off and charges you for hauling it off. So I guess it becomes a matter of, are people going to really come from a long ways to pay to dump at the little dump? Is it better to let them come from a little outside the district if we don't know, and they pay to dump, other than they throw it on the back streets instead? I guess that
That's a fair point.
point there to that, trying to keep the place cleaned up. So I don't know. I can't answer that, but I'm just asking.
It's it would all boil down to one person, home. And that would be how you would land.
Yeah, if we knew that they were coming from somewhere else, they'd be rejected.
Yeah.
Because we do understand it's for Liberty County residents only, and there'll be signage for Liberty County residents only. And if we guys get together and come up with a quick check, some way to do it, or if their issue passes, or some type of an ID that they can get online with with modern day technology, you send something, you get a code back, and we know. There's ways to verify.
Our biggest issue is you can't dump their load they're gonna find a spot. They come out of Houston.
Right.
And
They're
then
gonna dump in your
they're
county.
gonna deal with it.
They're gonna go dump
You
in
know,
your
where
county.
they'll dump in find.
Yeah. Every now and again.
You go out there and clean it up. There's-
We'll have cameras. We'll have cameras going.
Oh,
We have them going.
they'll find a back road someplace to go dump it away. I mean, I think that's just naked beast.
I mean, there's nothing for us to go out to the current dump right now on a Monday morning. If you've got that trash stacked up there at the gate.
Oh, what? Oh, don't do that. Okay,
Yeah, I've seen that out, precinct.
because they showed up on Sunday.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So, and right at the gate, you'll see, you know, mattress, olive, household garbage, that sort of thing.
Okay.
We went down the road yesterday, turned around, by the time we come back, there was a whole set, mattress set. Yeah, I mean, we went down the road, turned around, come back, 5 miles long. By the time we got back, it was new stuff there.
And will those people pay to dump anyways?
Probably not.
who knows, because the dump was closed. You know, who knows?
They should.
I contend, and I can understand it from the city's point of view, that the hours of operation would probably help eliminate a lot of that. Because even the city's getting the same problem, you know, but they're a little jammed and trying to save their dependent guy, so they, at this point in time, you know, they can't open it up.
Is there particular roads where they do it the most?
Not necessarily.
It's just random.
Yeah.
I mean, we could put some signage up and say, hey, there's dump here, you know, is the phone number, call, you know?
Not necessarily. Seriously.
Smile, you're on camera. That's a good deterrent.
Don't work either, they look pretty can.
I don't know how much money you'll spend having to go clean it up, but I wonder would it, you know, help to, if there's any way to help people a little bit. It's got, you know, help subsidize it a little bit. I don't know. But I see it too, and I don't like it either. You go down 613, go back around the corner, do all that, and there's.
Yeah.
It's convenient to go dump because.
So that's what we're talking about.
You know, even to try to eliminate some of it.
Exactly.
We've got a container out office that strictly holds cardboard and paper. And that comes out of my budget. If we try to eliminate the dump, but it's only for paper and cardboard.
Well, if we do this, we'll advertise through our website that we're doing it, and we'll make it clear that it's for Liberty County residents only. We'll have signage.
Anything else you can think of, question wise, Chris? Darryl?
It's all done.
Don? Brother Bill? Do you have any questions out of us?
No, I don't feel like I should ask you questions.
I'll find
I don't
out.
know you guys know. No, sir, I don't have questions. I don't, not right now. I mean, I think we've pretty much covered as much as we can on now. You know, I do have to look, need to look into if there's permitting. My insurance agent is looking at this too, to make sure I'm not gonna incur a bunch of extra insurance costs. So, from people hurt my back. And I'm gonna say, well, you're at a county site. You can't sue the judge government. Is that right?
Generally, I mean, you know, if one of our cars gets into a wreck, they're obviously they can sue us. You know, there are, if the law provides a specific waiver of our immunity, then they can sue us.
Yeah, and I really was kind of hoping that if the county's leasing it from me, that there is a little protection through that.
Yeah.
Through that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all.
Well, yeah, well, I'll think about that too. That's another good one.
What's your thoughts, Matthew?
Well, nothing. I think a lot of it's just a business decision. I think we're gonna have to look at whatever the costs are, compare that with, what we do in other precincts. I don't know what those costs are, how comparable that is to this arrangement, but it's not a question of legality. There might be certain questions we'll have to figure out how to do something. But I think a lot of it's just a, good old fashioned business decision.
You want your oath to be the startup on it is probably the biggest.
Yeah, cost and time is a concern as well.
And if it stays open and functioning well, every year that it functions well and does well, then your startup costs are divided and you see that, it became a better and better deal as time goes by. That's how I see things like that.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I mean, so one way is if, so I've been thinking about this in a couple different ways. So if y'all were in a position that you could put money into it in terms of capital investment, the startup, then maybe you could recoup some of that investment through the rental amount. And maybe we could look at a multi-year structured rental agreement that would, maybe provide for that a little bit more sooner than later. That would get around some of the time issues that we're going to have here. I'm a little concerned about it being October the 6th now, and 12/31 is just right around the corner.
Oh, because you have to go through the process.
Yes, I mean, like I said, we are built for transparency, not speed. All the criticisms of governmental bureaucracy, I share, but they're also unavoidable and necessary.
I could talk to my bank about my line of credit and see if it's possible for us to do the things up front, but we would still want to be reimbursed.
Well, so to be clear, I'm not saying that, because I don't want it to be said that we're trying to avoid competitive bidding. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, it would be your decision of how to invest. Just we would understand that your rental would have to be a little bit more.
If it were an office warehouse park or a storage complex or something, would be different.
Yeah.
But being what it is and being so unfamiliar with this and it being moved from another site and it having a different price structure, I personally do not want to invest. And
I get it.
I mean, I have real estate investment and I'll have equipment and time and fuel and manpower investment into doing this.
Yeah.
I will have investment in.
Oh, yeah, no,
I have skin in this game for sure.
Yeah.
But I can't put that much into it. And that site we're still a little ahead of the economic curve in the area. And it's not doing as well as it will be doing probably in a few years from now when there's more rooftops out here, out there. So it's not making enough money to make a big contribution like that.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Because of the fact that one of the counties in economic First County, on your startup cost, what is negotiable?
I don't know. I can look at possibly could we go get the crushed concrete with our trucks and make it cheaper? Get the base prices cheaper. What can we do to help? I mean, we're going to do the dozer work, things like that. So we're not hiring a contractor to build this. The only thing the contractor is going to build is going to be any concrete work we do on the ramp and the fencing. A lot of this we're going to do the actual work.
We can help you. We can help.
Yeah, and it can drive the cost down.
A simple example being, you're gonna need culverts in that ditch.
Right.
We can put those culverts in. You buy those culverts, we can put them in there.
Very good.
Just a simple example.
My cost, it was an estimation. If we can come in under that, I'm fine with that. Like I said, I'll repeat, I'm not trying to make money on this startup. I'm not trying to make money on this construction.
Now, another question I have now, we're talking about negotiating. We're gonna lease the property. And what kind of term are we looking at for the lease?
How long would you like to lease it?
That would be something I'd let my county attorney make a decision on. But that,
Do you do a 2-year with an option?
How long did we do Ricky Brown's office at the old restaurant?
I have to look. The county has that, because we can't guarantee you money in the upcoming budget, so there's this little fog. They gotta get into.
Yeah, no, so that's fair too. Yeah,
Yeah.
you will see what if hopefully we're able to, get to a signed contract and agree on terms. You will see a very scary term in the contract. It's going to say non-appropriations. And every contract with a public entity in the state of Texas has to have this language. And it says, if for whatever reason we can't in a subsequent fiscal year appropriate enough money to pay for this, contract goes away. Now, I've never seen us exercise that. Obviously, that would be a really harmful thing to do to to the county's goodwill. But by law, I have to put those in every contract.
Yeah, well, and what, you're just at that point, you're just talking about the lease anyway. So you're not talking about any more capital expenditures at that point.
Correct, yeah.
Back to the negotiations now. Upfront cost, your fears that you're moving us to. How long fencing and stuff, correct?
I'm sorry about it.
You gotta forgive me. Okay. Upfront cost. All right. You're wanting fencing up. With the kind of the stuff that goes around it, kind of, keep it out of sight. And that will be a cost for the county. Right? So if 2 years from now, we say, hey, we can't pay for it. We'll be in a contract that fencing and all that stuff goes with us. But you're spending taxpayers' money, don't pay that.
Well, once you install a chain link fence, I mean, it's not that great to take it back down and try to do something with it after it's stretched and all that. So I would ask that any improvements that are done become part of the property. Permanent. Yeah. But we should be able to make it work. Basically, fence and base. Now, we're not going to dig. Once that stuff's established, it needs to stay. Yeah. The office, you take the office. You want it. But any type of improvement done to the property, I'll pass it. That's pretty much how I operate in any type of lease. You make an improvement and improvements stays. We can try to get the improvements done cheaper.
Yeah.
We can certainly try.
Yeah. Yeah, so, and also to go back to your prior question about length of term. I mean, my opinion, and this is a business opinion, not legal opinion, but I think the more security we have, knowing that, it's not going to change next year, or, we're going to have to revisit this issue next year, the longer term, the better, as far as I'm concerned.
No, I think so. If you invest $100,000 today, in 10 years from now, you're still running it, and you divided it, so you had a $10,000 per year investment average. Not so bad.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
That's what I meant earlier by saying.
Well, we know this maybe, there's gonna have to be a dump.
Yeah.
We know that. It's gonna, maybe not necessarily a dump collection station. That's gonna have to happen.
An actual dump? Collection site.
Yeah. God, no, we don't want
We're
to.
growing by leaps and bounds.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop us for sure.
Yeah.
Well, we're willing to give it a shot. And not a shot, but we're willing to do it.
Yeah.
So I was approached by Bill at Frontier Waste to do this. So, at first I said no, actually. And then the more we looked at it, okay, well, maybe we can do this, so. We can operate it, we can do it.
Sure. Well, I think we're probably gonna wanna put our heads together a little bit and kind of, definitely look at the numbers and how our financial folks look at it. And,
And then,
you know,
it's gonna take. It's gonna take the board, it's gonna take Commissioner's Court. Under the direction of our county attorney.
yes,
If I didn't introduce him to you, this is our other commissioner, David Whitmire. David is, his family line is just to the north of you, a little way. But, both of us are on the west side of the river. He's north of me, and then I'm, that's where we're. And I apologize for not introducing him.
Keep down there for it.
But yeah, if there's any ways that you can find, to accomplish it through your own, whatever you have, if you have anything to help contribute to make it, less expensive, then by all means.
yeah, amen.
Yeah, for sure.
Can you send me that PowerPoint just so I have, or just the numbers? Again, if you don't mind.
Yes, sir.
I'll get with you and get trade emails and all that.
Okay. Yeah. Sure can.
But, I think Frontier does, just in case, would y'all take my number down? In case you have any questions or thoughts, and call me.
Yep.
You may give
Is
it.
it Leon?
Well, you probably want to do that off
Yeah,
video.
don't put it on your thing.
You might have some.
Oh, Leon, that'd be fun.
How many telemarketers call you now?
Oh, it ain't fun. About all I got now, you.
Same here. Yeah, no, those are my big concerns. Is from the county's perspective, is time, and then just the business decision. I'll look into the legality of the permit and whether, I'm almost certain we're gonna have to get one though. I presume y'all have a TCEQ permit right now for the mulch?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know what their turnaround is like.
It takes a little time.
Fix some time.
Yeah, it's one word.
Well, just as long, yeah, Bill,
You're gonna be lucky if you can get it in a month, sure.
Okay. And, squeaky wheel and all that, maybe we can,
Yeah.
be sure to follow along.
Degrees.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know in the previous meeting that Bill brought up that there's a thing called the COG, something like that. What's this called?
Oh, Council of Government?
And there's money, there's possible funds
Maybe.
beyond the county.
Yeah.
And there's ways, there's state funds or something that can help.
Yeah, so, there's HCAG, or HGAC, one of those. And other entities. Now, I'm not an expert on grants and all that. Jay knows a lot more about that than I do. Perhaps there is some funding sources there. Yeah, I just don't know.
I don't know. Okay,
Yeah, but all right.
that's all I have. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate y'all coming down and going through this for me.
Yes, sir.
We're done.
We're just gonna need the, or